some football. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Tennessee Titans, and it's coming up next.
Well, it may be a bit soggy, but that certainly hasn't deterred this fan base. A great crowd on hand to battle the raindrops at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Welcome again, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and yes, the rain is falling now, and it is supposed to continue to fall throughout this game. So how do you think that will impact this contest?
Well, first and foremost, both quarterbacks are going to make sure the officials have those dry footballs coming in each and every play and standing over them sometimes with a towel before the center gets up there to snap it. Second thing is the focus of all the guys who handle the football. Do they wear gloves? Do they take them off? Will they carry the ball high and tight to make sure they have good ball security? That's paramount in a game like this.
Anders Carlson has this teed up, ready to get started. And off we go from Nashville. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
And their coach told us the other day that they wanted to get him in a nice groove right out of the gate. And one way to do that, give him quick throws where he can get the ball out of his hand in a hurry, as he did there.
Levis looking to throw. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Levis. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
On 3rd and short, not only did he get away from the rush and pick up a first down, he picked up a whole lot more than that. And how did he get it done? Evaded the rush, kept his poise, and then how about him directing traffic as he moved downfield to pick up extra blockers? A really nice run.
Off the play fake, Levis. And incomplete on the deep ball.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
2nd and 10. Now Levis. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Levis sets up to throw here. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And at the start of Jordan Love's NFL career, he had one of the best seats in the stadium watching Aaron Rodgers work. But now he's looking for more than that. Rocket arm, big play potential. And he wants to show this organization that he's capable of being a dependable starter for the foreseeable future.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Footing's definitely going to be an issue because it's tough to make those quick cuts that you're used to making on a soggy track. In fact, a Hall of Fame runner once told me, cut on your heels in this type of weather. Gives you better balance.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
On now is the Packers punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Great stop by Devontae Wyatt, breaking through the line and stopping it cold.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Levis to throw off play action. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Now, we all know that an offensive coordinator and a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. To pass, here's Jordan Love.
That one caught downfield by Watson.
And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 25 yards that time.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Play action this time with Love. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
So off goes Love. On is Carlson for the Packer field goal.
From the right hash, this from 48. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Tennessee offense set to go again.
They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum? Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well, but give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd down and 6. Here's Levis.
He completes it to Boyd. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Levis to throw it.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. following the interception. Love. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Love looking to throw it. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt.
Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and it'll be Titan football. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Now Levis keeps it option left.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a 1st down.
Back to throw, it's Levis.
Forced out to his left.
And Levis with a smart move, sliding down after picking up the first.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Pollard gets it off the option.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. So after some runs, now they'll throw with Levis. He finds his man, Pollard.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Little bootleg here, Levis. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Now they'll send Boyd in motion left. And now a fake there on the jet sweep as they'll give to Pollard.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That second down play nets a -4.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. This from 32 yards away.
Folk's kick is good.
And that will tie us at 3-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Love from the gun.
Looking deep here for Dobbs.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun. Love.
Looking deep here for Dobbs. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Titans will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field.
They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Tennessee getting the 1st down on a big play of 18 yards.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
That's complete. It's Josh Wiley.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Now a 2nd and 2. Levis back to throw.
Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
They toss it now to Pollard.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
2nd and 6.
Gonna run again here with Pollard. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Back to throw here.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world.
For the Titans field goal, a 30-yard attempt.
And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Love in the Packers now with a 1st and 10
right at the 30.
He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
And that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. Love now. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage. Well, the first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Here's Daniel Whelan now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken right on the 30. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down.
Option play, here's Pollard.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. He'll drop to throw.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have the Titans first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Working from the gun, here's Levis. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Here's 2nd and 10. Levis out of the shotgun now.
Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Levis. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now Levis.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
No shortage of impressive moments for him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
Levis sets up to throw here. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Levis looking to throw.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down.
Levis from the gun.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Will Levis
taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Titans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better? Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Packer offense heading back for one final first-half drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
This to the sideline and over everybody, incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On now is the Packers punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded at the 33. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
And Boyd in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We got a solid first half out of the man from Kentucky, Will Levis. He's got the lone touchdown of the game on a touchdown run. We'll see if he can get it going through the air as this one goes on.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Packer offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air. Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. A gain of 3, second down. Now Love. A short throw to Musgrave. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Throwing. Love. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A solid stiff arm. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Love. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Second down and 4.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Got a man and he hits him in stride.
And the Packers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Jacobs
Fights. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Josh Jacobs taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Packers have cut it back within a score.
No touchdowns for them in the first half, but their defense kept them in this ball game. So now, maybe this can loosen them up a little because they played tight so far, and they get right back in it with a touchdown run.
Anders Carlson now for the point after.
And he puts it through. They're within 3. It's 13-10. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Titans offense and quarterback Will Levis ready to go to work once more. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Here's 2nd and 10. Well, they go play action. Here's Levis. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Levis to throw it. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Completes it again to Dobbs.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
To throw now. Here's Love.
That's complete to Dobbs.
3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Packers 1st down.
Love.
Short throw. He's got Kraft.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Love looking to throw it.
That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Jacobs going to try the middle. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Packers have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now, 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Well, of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
Yeah, my bad.
A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the result, a Green Bay score.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Titans set and ready to go on offense.
They're looking to turn things around here. They've been shut down in this third quarter, and that was after a good first half offensively.
And you wonder where it all goes, and it feels like it goes away fast because it takes some time to build up good momentum, great play calling, excellent execution, and then like a blink of an eye, you're losing the game. How do you get back there again? I'm sure they've talked about it, and they've got a plan. Now can they put it into practice?
The lead gone, now the search to find it again.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Room past the 35.
And finally down at the 41-yard line. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Here's Levis. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Back to throw, it's Levis. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route.
Pollard, he'll take it up the gut.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. This one caught by Ridley. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. In motion, left goes Boyd.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he will have a Titans first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
3 quarters have come and gone. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run left with Pollard.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here's 2nd and 7. Levis back to throw.
Boyd's the target, and he hands it over the middle. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Back to throw.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hand off to Spears.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. Touchdown! Tyler Boyd from 4 yards out.
And the Titans answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive spans 13 plays.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from Tyler Boyd.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Packers ready to take over offensively. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Got Dobbs over the middle.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
On play action. Love to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
On now is the Packers punter as he's on here to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Titans getting set and ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Well, the ball's loose. Levis has it knocked free.
And the Packers pick it up. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. Shedding the tackle. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Love now. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Jordan Love
Taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Packers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Titans offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Rashawn Gary able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2.
At that time, finally a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Working from the gun, here's Levis. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
So he stopped for no gain. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Levis out of the shotgun now.
Able to get away. And shutting him off. Now open field. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now
as he's on to punt for Tennessee. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over.
They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Operating from the gun. Love. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
A stoppage here following the play, and it looks like Josh Jacobs was shaken up and in need of some assistance. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Love, they go play action now.
That's complete to Wicks.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It's a gain of 34.
I think we all understand his disappointment. He didn't quite get to the end zone, and you know it's just got to be tough to see a yard line underneath you after a play like that. Still, all in all, a huge play, and now they're set up 1st and goal at the 1.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Dillon. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. but his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A.J. Dillon taking it in from a yard out.
And the Packers will add to their fourth quarter lead.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Carlson on for the extra point.
And that one pushes the lead up to 11. That time a 6-play drive.
And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown run. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now Levis. Able to hook up here with Ridley.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
Cockrell holds it in left side.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Levis. A very quick pass to Ridley.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
A 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. Levis, he'll look to throw it. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
And out of bounds right around the 20. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
He sounded almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
Here's Levis. Got his man, Okonkwo.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
That's going to be caught. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Here we go, 1st and goal. Levis to throw.
And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion.
Here's Levis.
And he will get into the end zone as a two-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the fourth. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And this is recovered by the Packers, so that might just about do it. The Packers offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out onto the field. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. Down to a knee goes Love, and that should be the final act of this football game. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Nashville.